What up guys, MuffinDotMan bringing you another video. Now before you watch this video, it probably might be a bit better if you watched a video about how to make a recovery drive if you don't know how. I'll put a link in the annotation somewhere on the video, but let's get started. So this is a video about what can you do with your CD drive in 2018. Get rid of it, that's what you do. You don't need no damn CD drive. So what you can do alternatively is you can actually remove your CD drive and actually add an external HD caddy, internal HD caddy, sorry, which you can place a hard drive in. So if you ever decided you wanted more storage, or maybe wanted to add an SSD to your system, this is literally a super cheap way of doing it. Obviously you'd have to pay for the SSD because that doesn't come with the caddy, but it's just alternative if you want to add more memory to it and you have got a CD drive. So as you can see right now, I'll put a link in the description to where I got this from. I can't actually even remember, but I'll try and find out where. They are relatively cheap as well, like really cheap. I didn't think I paid no more than about $5 for it, 10 max, but yeah. So basically, I'm just unpacking it. You essentially just slide the SSD hard drive in. So I'm about to do that right now, and I'm just going to kind of guide you through step by step, but it is very self-explanatory. Just screw down the sides just to make sure it's in securely. Last thing you want to do is if it kind of pops out while you're moving your laptop around, that would be horrible. There are no screws needed. It also does come with its own, it's just like built-in screws that you just need to screw in, and it does come with its own screwdriver, so you don't need to worry about that as well. So now with that installed, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the old CD drive. Normally with laptops, depending on what laptop, but generally most laptops will have one screw specifically for the CD drive. So that's what you can see right there. Some laptops do make it a bit easy for you as well, like placing it there. Some laptops you actually might need to take off, say, the back to get it. It's a bit situational, but most laptops are very easy to get into. So this is the CD drive. Literally, yeah, caddy is exactly the same size, no problem with that. You can take off the top bit, so that would be the cover for the CD drive, and place that on top of the caddy. I think within this part of the video, I didn't really know, like, I could take it off, but I just didn't really know what I was kind of doing in terms of putting it on there. But you will see later in the video that it does get installed properly. But as you can also see, there's this little bit right here you need to take off the CD drive. So that will basically be where the screw kind of goes into it, where I unscrewed it from the first time. You just need to put that on the caddy. So this is what it basically looks like when I've taken the top off the laptop, because it does make it a lot easier to see what you're doing. And what I could have done was kind of clean out that fan a little, because it does look a bit dirty and dusty. And if you ever are taking out the back of your laptop, you know, it never hurts just to quickly just shoot that with a bit of air, compress there. But that's the caddy inserted. A little tip would be to actually pull the caddy out a bit, so not have it fully in there, because obviously if you have it fully in there, it's not gonna click into where it needs to get to. So as you see, I'm making a mistake right here, but what I do is I pull out the caddy a little, place it down, and then it will just kind of go into the SATA port. So the next step is basically, depending on how you've done this. Now, normally it is easier if you have the laptop new, and if you don't, then it depends on how you would want to proceed with this. Well, what I would normally do is I would just, if it was in a situation like this, I'm installing an SSD, so I want to actually have the operating system on the SSD. So what I was going to plan on doing was just literally just backing up all my data off the 2 TB hard drive already installed, and then just formatting it, then using my recovery media to boot into the OS, and installing the operating system on the SSD from there. That is my way to do it. You can obviously clone the hard drive or clone the partition of the hard drive where the OS is on, using alternatively different software. Some migrating software or cloning softwares is very specific to the brand. So maybe Samsung have their own software that only works with Samsung, Intel, so on, and say Kingston. But I did find it easier because it was relatively a laptop I don't use very often. So I thought I'm just gonna actually just wipe everything, use the recovery boot drive to boot into the OS onto the SSD. And good thing about using a recovery media is you don't have to install the drivers because the drivers are also backed up on the recovery media. Now, as you can see, I'm struggling there. I don't know why I'm using magnetic screws and it just seems to be struggling. But so let's turn this bad boy around just to make sure that we are getting an SSD. So obviously it's been installed, but we're just making sure that it is installed properly. So it's showing up on the computer through disk management. So yeah, as we can see now, it does show up in disk management as a hard drive on there. So at that point, yeah, you can literally just start formatting and take it however you want to do it. There are loads of other videos online about cloning your hard drive and stuff, but this is just how I decided to do it, and I did find it easier doing it that way. But if you guys enjoyed the video, found it helpful, give me a like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Peace out, job done. Have a good day.